Hello, I'm Viki Westall. I used to dance with Northern Ballet some time ago. I started my career with London Festival Ballet and danced with Northern Ballet from 1986 to 96. Since then, I have gone into teaching and I teach with the Academy. I have been head of the Senior Associate Programme with Northern Ballet ever since Christopher Gable asked me to take that on way back in 2000. So I've been teaching her for a very long time. I've also, since about that time, been a qualified Pilates instructor, reformer and mat work. And I certainly teach the mat work to a lot of the students and the reformer to some of the company, because Pilates as an exercise regime is so good for posture, core strength, and really for tuning up all your stabilizers so that you can be a bigger, better, more efficient performing athlete. I also have a practice here in my hometown at Bakewell. This is my kitchen in Bakewell. And I have really enjoyed working with the local physiotherapists in doing rehabilitation as well as enhancing some of the top athletes' performance around here. I have a lot of cyclists, runners, equestrians, but also just for people recovering from back injuries or people who are stiff, aching. My little set of clientele, my clientele have been with me probably 20 years now, and they're probably fitter than they were when they started. So I'm going to take you through a few little exercises that you could do at home. I obviously can't do a huge amount of Pilates here, but just to keep you moving, to start to discover your core and to keep yourself feeling better. Okay, so the first thing we've got to do is to activate our lower abdominals. So I want you to breathe in wide and full. You're going to suck your navel right back to your spine, and you're going to exhale, keeping the tummy in. Stomach goes in as the ribs go down. And relax, release. So you breathe in wide into your ribs. You navel the spine, pelvic floor lift a little bit. Exhale, keeping the tummy in. And relax, release. So if we do that centering every time before we do a movement, then the lower abdominals fire up all the tiny little muscles that hold our vertebrae apart. And that's the way that Pilates helps to protect your back. So let us just start lying down on the mat in what is known as the relaxation position. Hips are level with the pubic bone and level with the floor. So we don't have our back put into the mat in Pilates. Very safe in the gym world. In order to target these lower abdominals, we want the pelvis to be, we say, in neutral, in the same position you would have it as you were standing. So all we're going to do is slide opposite arm and leg out and away. Easy peasy, but not easy to keep the torso completely straight and still. So we breathe in, we go navel to spine, and we go exhale and slide opposite arm and leg out and away. Now flex that ankle, push out through the heel so you make space in your hip. Little breath here. Tummy rises, navel to spine, tummy goes down. Exhale and bring the leg back and the arm back. Other side, little breath. Navel to spine, we're going to slide out and away, and I'm trying really hard not to wobble from side to side. The ribs are down. We're going to breathe in here, push out through the heel, little breath, tummy sucks in, and coming all the way back to the center. If we take our arms to the ceiling, we're going to do some little knee rolls now. So, little breath, navel to spine, take the legs over to one side. We're keeping the shoulders on. Little breath now. Really feel the tummy pull the legs back to the center. The breath, and we're going to go the other side. Legs go over as we exhale. Breathing in there. Tummy sucks in and bring the legs back to the center. Let's go with the arms to the side now, and we'll take the head in opposition. Nice wide breath. Nail the spine, let the legs go over, keep your shoulder blades on and take the legs over. Feel a nice stretch through that hip. Little breath there. Tummy sucks in and we bring the legs back to the center.
Little breath, and we're going to go all the way over the other side. Little breath there. Tummy sucks in and bringing the legs all the way back to the centre. Now we're going to have the arms high and the feet and knees together. Little breath, and we're going to go all the way side. More of a stretch across the chest. Little breath there. Tummy sucks in and coming back to the centre. Going the other way. Legs go one way, head the other. All the way over. Little breath there. And coming back to the centre. Slide those hands down behind the head. Again, bring those legs to hip width. You can put a cushion between the knees so that you squeeze that cushion. So I'm going to curl up. Little breath, tummy sucks in. We're going to exhale and curl up. And you're going to look at your flat tummy. And going all the way back down. Nice wide breath in the spine. We're going to exhale and we're going to curl up. We're trying not to use the glutes. And coming back down. Breathe in. Tummy goes high. Tummy goes low. We exhale. We curl up to the tips of our shoulder blades. And come back down. Now we can reach the arms to make it a bit harder. Little breath, tummy sucks in. We're going to exhale. 1. Breathe in to reach 2. Hands back to the head. 3. And back down. Little breath, tummy sucks in. Exhale, curl up. 1. Reach far past the thighs. Try and bring the head to the hands so we increase that curl up. And back down. Okay, tummy sucks in. We're going to curl up. We're reaching far. Hands back to the head. And back down. Now we can go elbow to opposite knee. Little breath. And we exhale. We take the elbow over the opposite knee. A diagonal line towards the outside edge of that knee. Coming back down. Little breath. And going over diagonal edge of that elbow. Going towards the edge of the knee. And coming back down. Little breath. And we're going to go over. And come back down. Little breath, and we're going to go over and come back down. Lovely. So let's hug one knee towards the chest and stretch the other leg out and away. Really make a space in the hip and circle the ankle. Be fantastic if you could splay your toes as you're circling your ankle as well. And circling around the other way. Very good footwork. Okay, so again the shoulders are down. Hug the knee to the chest, turn the toes up, and we'll swap over. Try to keep very still as we swap over. This knee comes up to the chest, and we're going to ankle circle. We're going to try and splay the toes so that we're working all the muscles in the foot. Going round the other way. Got no tension in the neck. Always check the neckline. No tension at all there. Okay. Hug the knee to chest some more. Push out through the heels and coming back to the centre. Let's take again a little knee fold, hands behind the head, behind the thigh. So we're going to stretch and rebend. You could use a band to stretch your hamstring, but if you haven't got any equipment, it's absolutely fine, just stretching and rebending. We'll do a few more with the other leg straight. And again, even if you have to take that leg quite a long way away, as long as you're getting a stretch in the back of that hamstring, that is great. Good. So now we're going to leave that leg up in the air and arms to the side. Again, if you can't quite straighten it, that's absolutely fine, but I think we need the thigh directly above the hip socket. Yeah. So we're going to do some little circles here with the leg, circling around and a 2. And again, you're working to not move the body. 4. Going the other way. 1 and a 2. It's quite difficult not to move the body. 3 and a 4. You could get these to become bigger and bigger as you got better at that. And of course, the dancers are doing fantastic ronds at this point. Yes. This, as they're bigger, is a little bit more about hip mobilization. You may not be able to keep quite as still. Let's do the other side. So, little breath, tummy sucks in, one leg floats up, nothing's moved here. We're going to stretch and rebend, just gently reaching into your range of movement. Everybody's got different range of movement. Bend and stretch and rebend. We'll stretch that other leg down the mat, and again we're going to go out and in. Guess what? No tension here. Ribs are soft, out and in and out. Arms to the side. So we'll do our little tiny circles. And what we're doing is we're stirring around the synovial fluid in the hip socket. And guess what? The more you use your joints, the more fluid they produce, so the looser they become. Of course, there's a fine line between overdoing and underdoing, but generally movement is the key. Coming back and going the other way. 1, try and get 2, and a 3. Okay, we'll float that leg down. We're going to do some little spine curls, which is lovely for the back. We're going to work through the spine. So we're going to take those arms to the ceiling, and we're going to ripple up through that spine. So we take a nice breath, navel the spine. Now we are going to push the back into the mat, and we're going to lift the tailbone off. You will be using your glutes strongly here, coming all the way up. Little breath there, nail the spine. We're going to roll all the way back down and relaxing out and away. So a little breath, we're going to go back into the mat, tailbone goes to the ceiling, and we reach out through the thighs. Coming back down, we're going to try and put each little vertebra down, one at a time, into the waist, and relax all the way out. Okay, we're going to go back into the mat, we're lifting all the way up and out and away. You could stay there and just do some little knee squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Keep those glutes working as we roll back down, each little vertebra going down and relaxing out and away. Lovely. Let's just come up to our 4-point kneeling. And again, the cat exercise is really lovely for the back. All it is tuck the tailbone, drop the head, arch the back to the ceiling, ripple through, and we're going to go to extension the other way. So we're going to go tailbone down, head down, and arch the back to the ceiling. We're going to ripple through, and we're going to go the other way. Tailbone down, head down, back, and we're going to ripple through the other way, and come back to your 4-point kneeling position. So now let's try sliding opposite arm and leg out and away in this position. Again, quite tricky not to move. Wide breath, you suck your navel up to the spine against gravity, and you're going to slide opposite arm and leg out and away without shifting sideways and coming all the way back in. Little breath, nail the spine. It's almost like somebody slips a credit card under your knee so that you can just slide it out and away, and reaching all the way out and then coming all the way back in. No movement in that back at all. Let's go again and try and do some circles with the leg once it's out there. So stretching all the way out. We're going to circle 1 and 2 and 3. Other way, 1 and 2 and 3, and coming back in. And it takes all my concentration not to move. Little breath, sliding out and away. Little circles. 1 and 2 and 3. Other way. 1 and 2 and 3, and coming back to the center. Stretch back. Sit back on those knees and stretch the arms forward. 3 breaths into the back. One last one. And then we're going to roll up to sitting. Tall. And hopefully that will set you up for the day. A tiny little taste of Pilates. Maybe I'll be back to give you some more at another time.
Thank you very much.